Hi guys, hope you're all well and welcome back to another video on the channel. This is going to be a quick video on how to trade oil, going over a few trades that we've called this week. All the trades we have called have actually been for free, so I know quite a few people who follow us have been able to profit from these positions. But what I want to do before we start, all these trades besides the one which was in the weekly outlook video have been called in our free channel. Now obviously we have the paid group for people who obviously want more trade ideas along the way. But if you are just on the fence about obviously what we do, is it good, etc., etc., this group is probably for you, just if you are on the sidelines. So we only started it last week. We're pretty active in there in all honesty, going over areas we're interested in, what you can expect to see, and all the trades in this video, besides obviously this short here which was in the weekly outlook, were called in this group. So that's just something to bear in mind. So what I'm going to do actually is rewind the chart. So we're going to go back here and we'll see the reasons we entered these trades. Now, what you should understand about oil is oil really likes structure. So if we're looking at the market, you can see we've got clear higher highs, higher lows, etc. Lots of, for example, breaks and retests of areas and stuff like that. So structurally, oil is a very good pair to trade. Now, that is something we will bear in mind when we are trading. So for example, this first trade here, we simply was looking at the direction of the trend. We saw that obviously the trend was down. We know that the third touch of a trend line is obviously the strongest. With that in mind, obviously, you do need to be careful. It's not the strongest of confluences, but the third touch is probably the strongest compared to the second or the fourth. But we were just looking at this channel. You saw two touches of a trend line. We was trying to understand where the third would be. If you have a look at this area here, and you can even go further back, realistically, to make this easy for you guys, we're going to go from here. You can see that once again, if we are simply looking at structure, we've had a reaction here, we've had a reaction here, we then had a break and retest and a reaction here, and then once again we had a reaction here, but there was a spike out of that area. So if we are simply just looking at this, we are saying, well, we've got a nice structural area on oil, we've got the 112 round psychological number where profits could have been taken, and obviously we have the third touch of that trend line potentially. Now, obviously, the next day this didn't happen. However, then what can we see? We saw that this happened the next day. Now, if you look, this was just a daily candle. It pretty much did 98 from 112. So you're looking at almost like a $14 move within a day. Now, if you had watched that weekly outlook video, you would be in that trade. But obviously, in terms of the free group, we hadn't started it at this point. As you can see, we started this pretty much the day this happened. However, if we then go onto the counter trend trade which we saw here, if you saw the previous videos based on how to use a runner, how to compound your positions, you would see that this trade is one which could have done for you. So once again, we are just basing this trade off structure. You can see we've got a low here, almost predicting like a double bottom. So whether it's higher highs, higher lows, you've got break and retest of a high, break and retest of a low, double tops, double bottoms, all that type of stuff. Oil does tend to like that. So we had an EMA coming in, we had a retest of a low, so almost like a double bottom, and we also had the 96 psychological number. So for that reason, we were happy placing a pending order here. As you can see, if I go back to the group, we said following the week outlook Sunday evening. Today we saw that the 112 area did work, which was here. We had the area marked up, and then we are looking at approaching the 96 region. So we said in the area, we've got a key level, an EMA, and also the 96 round number. As you can see, what happened off the back of that, price came down into the area, tapped this area of interest, and then obviously we had another move up. So because of that, you can see, if I get the screenshots, let's have a look. This right here was the screenshot here. So this was us in the trade. I got in a bit earlier at 96.5. However, 96 still did work. 10 lots on that position. Obviously it worked, everything was good. So you're currently short from here, you're currently long from here, so pretty much now whether the market goes up or down, you're making money regardless. So let's now have a look, and I didn't mean to have that fast forward so quick, but now let's have a look at this. So what did I say regarding lows, highs, etc.? Oil likes previous lows and previous highs. This area here was a break and retest of this low. If we do, however, move the zone further left and obviously into the past, you can see once again you've got an area where we've had reactions, reaction, reaction, big reaction here, another reaction here, and a reaction here. And then you've also got the EMA coming in, and you also have the 105 round number. So for that reason, this was an area of interest for us. And if we look, that was here. And let's see what happened. You can see price came up, sniped our area of interest, and then following that, obviously, this trade did win. And if you look, you can see, if I pull this over, you can see this was it closed. 105, as outlined, is the next area of interest. We can use the runner from the 96 long to make this risk-free. So you see this is the position we were in, expecting price to come up and retest these lows with the EMA. And we had stop loss break even, TP1 hit for $2, and then the remaining did actually get stopped out. Annoyingly, because as you can see from what oil is doing today, obviously price has melted from there, so we got taken out break even on this runner. Unfortunately, this is no longer running, and obviously if you would still be in this from the weekly outlook video. So couple of things just to take from this video. Oil really likes structure, it really likes these round numbers. So for example 100, 101, 12, 103, etc. Obviously the best round numbers probably are going to be 100, 105, 110, and almost going up in fives. However, you can still use the individual number as a confluence. So moving forward with oil, obviously in the next weekly outlook video and in the free channel, oil will be updated in there. While we're on the video, I just want to show you today, or yesterday, sorry, we did have a pending miss for the group. So once again, it's just the case with these things. Some trades are going to win, some trades are going to lose, and some are annoyingly going to miss short areas. So obviously, the link to the free group will be in the bio. Hope you've learned something from that analysis. And yeah, we will see you in the next one.